forwards, number 12, and looks like number 14 has come on. Number 14 is Edgar Alvarez from Katy, Texas.
As Fort Lewis trying to go forward here, there's a free kick as the NCAA right fullback is complaining, but he got the free kick anyway, so no problem there. I think he might have been pushed over in that clash of bodies. But it's a free kick, and NCAA have the ball as they place the ball ahead of the half line, and the referee kicks it back. No, the referee, again, the NCAA tries to move that ball forward, and the referee again says you have to move it back to where it's supposed to be, which is about 5 yards back of the half line, and still waiting on that free kick, as here it comes now. It's a long free kick too, and it's landing around the top of the arc, gathered in there by NCAA. That player almost gets into the box, and just accidentally knocks that ball ahead of him, and it runs to the Fort Lewis keeper before he can get a shot off. Wow, that was close. That's the Fort Lewis keeper now with the ball, and he's going to punt this long. It's about 60 yards too. It's landing around Hong, who's pushed off the ball. Yes, the referee felt like that Hong did the pushing there, and Hong complaining, was saying that it was shoulder to shoulder, but NCAA got the free kick, and here they come out of defence as the right fullback can't go forward. Now he does, as he just flicks that forward, but the pass wasn't on there. It's gone too far, and that'll roll all the way to the Fort Lewis keeper, and he will pick the ball up, roll it out to the right fullback, Piperkoff. And here comes Fort Lewis out of defence, but no, he stops and passes it back to Kling. Kling slides it across to Jonesy. Oh, Jonesy's trap showed too much ball there to NCAA, and then he has to kick it downfield. But the NCAA defender gets the ball, and they're still in possession, going in the wrong direction. As that looks like Costa, who comes up and gets the ball, is out of bounds. There'll be a substitute for Incarnate Word.
Yeah, another sub here, number 23 for Incarnate Word. Abraham Campos has come off, and I believe that was number 7, Vinny Bailey, that's come in.
Yes, he was the man who scored the winning goal against Midwestern State to get Incarnate Word to this game today. 1-0 Incarnate Word over Midwestern on Friday, but here at 0-0 as we are past the halfway mark of the first half, as Capo's got the ball, the Spanish midfielder, and he taps back to another freshman, and that's Piperkoff to Kling, and now to Jonesy, and Jonesy to Blackwell. Nice trap by Blackwell with a wet ball, and he dribbles it through the middle of the field. This is some nice passing by Fort Lewis as they get to Madigan, as though he tried to go inside that player and immediately lost it to Incarnate Word, but they're being driven backwards. But their keeper has the ball, can't pick it up off that pass, so he just puts it downfield. It'll be Blackwell who's in attack for Fort Lewis, or at least attacking half. The defender goes to Capo, the midfielder, and now Blackwell tries to run through some players, can't fit between them, and possession is given away to the Cardinals. But there's Blackwell, no, that was Jonesy jumping high, but Incarnate Word are going to spill that ball as Corey Dean for Fort Lewis comes back to help out. And now the right fullback, Piperkoff, has the ball, and now with Capo, some nice juggling by him, and he sees Casey Dean take off, and there's a brilliant pass, but it's going to skip on that wet field, and just, that was a beautiful 40-yard pass, Lauren.
Yeah, that was a nice pass there to Casey Dean, and Casey Dean just wasn't able to
Kieran Hall playing on the 2005 Fort Lewis team that won the national championship. As the throw-in comes in from Incarnate Word, it ricochets off the Incarnate Word player. The referee signals the wrong way, and everybody yells at him, so he apologises. The referee making it very clear that he pointed the wrong way, and now he smiles. Good job, referee. It's that Fort Lewis throw-in, as there's a sub-horn going on. This might change some things for Fort Lewis. Freeman, a lot taller player than Costa. Maybe there's some header balls he might look for here, as the referee says, yes, let's go. And it'll be the freshman Piperkoff. He throws it into Corey Dean, who's immediately in trouble, as Kling gets the ball, cuts it up to Freeman. There's his first touch, but can't control the ball. Incarnate Word come away with it. No, Corey Dean with some nice juggling flicks into Hong. Hong tries to send Freeman away. He's just not quick enough though, but it wasn't his fault. Those two players had a head start on Freeman, and Incarnate Word kick it out of bounds. Here's the throw in by Fort Lewis, and Piperkoff's going to knock this across the box, headed away. Oh, that was just too low, that cross. Headed away by Incarnate Word. They kick it through the middle of the field. Jonesy cleverly gets it to Blackwell. He could have been in trouble there, Jonesy, but there's a flick on by Hong to Madigan. Oh, a pretty ambitious pass. Madigan couldn't get a hold of it, so Incarnate Word has the ball. and they're passing it around the back line, still 0-0 here. This is going to be a tough game for both teams. They're both very, very good teams here, and they've both held the score at 0-0, 12 minutes to go in this first half, as Incarnate Word passing the ball around their back line. Let's see if they can come forward here as they pass the ball down that right channel. The first player there is going to be Fort Lewis, but it goes out of bounds before Blackwell can get there. It's a throw in for Fort Lewis.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening here. Is Incarnate Word is really taking away the sidelines and crowding a lot of people all into a small space. So I would expect to see some long crosses.
You know, I think they play on a narrower field than Fort Lewis do, Lauren, and they might be used to playing in these small spaces because they are very, very quick on their feet. Fort Lewis's field is large by college standards. It's long and it's wide, and they're used to sort of these open passing lanes and doing a lot of possession soccer. Here comes Kling, the captain, with the ball. He's running up to the centre circle, passes it sideways to Corey Dean, the midfielder, who gets a push in the back and doesn't like it, but Fort Lewis still has possession as Blackwell has the ball to Corey Dean, stops it with his right foot, the player from Albuquerque, and passes it up towards the sub Freeman. He can't get it. Down goes that Hong possibly. And yes, Corey Dean arguing with those Incarnate players.
Oh, that was just that was a tough. I mean, the Incarnate Word player is going to go ahead and get the yellow card, but that was a tough tackle.
Yeah, well, that number 14 is going to have to be careful too, because he pointed his finger right in the referee's face. You're not allowed to do that, or at least that's not advised. As down is Kling, the captain.
Yeah, I think that was his right knee too, but we'll see. It was his right leg. That was tough. Yeah, he's ginger there, but he's tough. He's a tough lad. He'll be okay.
Yeah, he's been wearing that knee brace after an injury earlier in the season, and you just don't ever want to say that a player sees a knee brace and wants to rough up a player. I hope not. But the 2 yellow cards already for Incarnate Word. That's a bit unusual. Let's see, here's Cuppo with the free kick, and it's dumping right around the penalty spot. A flick-on header by Incarnate Word behind the goalkeeper over the crossbar.
Boy, that was a bit of a misplay there by the Incarnate Word.
Also, I'll have to sue that is. Here comes the corner kick. Oh, it's a flick-on header by Kling, the man who was just injured over the crossbar. That was close.
Yeah, that was a set play there. Joey Madigan and Baby and Kling knew exactly what they were doing there, and Baby and Kling just got a little more of that ball than he wanted to, and it went wide right of the goal.
Claw is on the field for Casey Dean, Alexander on for Thomas Hong. So 2 new forwards now, Freeman and Alexander on for Fort Lewis. Here comes the goal kick. It's a good one too, covering about 60 yards, landing in the centre circle. It lands, Corey Dean, the midfielder's got it. He's going to pass it back to Piperkoff. Piperkoff, he gets tangled up with his feet there, but goes back to Kling. Doesn't have time to pass this time, so he just goes downfield to that right fullback. Beautiful attempted chest trap by Piperkoff, who runs his opponent off the ball cleverly as Piperkoff uses his body. As Kling goes to Cuppo, he's going to have to move quick, and he does. Oh, that was close. But Incarnate Word get the ball. No, it ricochets off that Incarnate Word player, but they're chased by Cuppo, but Incarnate Word still have the ball. And there's a long pass down the left channel. Costa, that might change something. Here comes the goal kick from the Fort Lewis senior keeper, and it's up in the air, landing in the centre circle high as Cuppo. It's over his head. Freeman challenging for the ball. He'll get a touch to Claw. There's his first touch, the freshman, as it goes to Piperkoff. Piperkoff trying to go over the midfield of Incarnate Word. They're trying to clear it, but they kick into the Fort Lewis forward, but it does ricochet to Incarnate Word. It's been kicked around the back line. 8 minutes to go in this first half at 0-0 as headed by Blackwell for Fort Lewis. So a lovely chest pass there, beautiful chest pass to Corey Dean by Fort Lewis, and he immediately passes to Piperkoff. He's got some space out there. Will it come to Claw? Out wide now it does from Alexander. Claw's, he's going to take off down this right channel. There's he's being possibly pulled and fouled there, and yes, the referee allowed advantage. I can see him getting held there, and the referee allowed the pass, but when the pass went out of bounds, he went back and gave the free kick to Aaron Claw, the young player from Albuquerque. And this might be something here for Fort Lewis. About 38 yards out from goal, though, a long way. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, Joey Madigan came all the way over here. I think he'd like to have that free kick back.
Yeah, the ball's a bit heavy. He couldn't get that up in the air like he wanted to. And Incarnate Word just kicking the ball long, but Piper Clough will let that run all the way to Ryan Worth. He has to hurry, and yes, he just does, as Madigan makes the beautiful pass behind his own back, and now touches it to Claw, who goes to Madigan. It might have come off. Yes, it did just come off Madigan.
Yeah, it just skipped underneath his foot again. I think the conditions are just having a bit of an effect here on everybody.
Incarnate Word, the Cardinals, they're playing in their red outfit. They go right across the field to the right fullback. As yes, I think that player's gone off for a while too. That number 2 it was. They've got a sub on in that position. As there's a long ball stuck towards the penalty area, and Kling lets it skid past him because he knew Ryan Worth was there for Fort Lewis. He picks up the ball safely and goes to Piper Clough. Piper Clough to Capo. Capo with a pass that gives Claw some work to do, but he chest traps to himself. That was beautiful to Capo, and now back to Piper Clough, and now Capo, and now Claw. Claw shows a fraction too much ball to Incarnate Word, and they're quick, and they're going to take off down this right side. That pass through the middle immediately stopped by Kling, who just lazily kicks it forward. Unfortunately, doesn't find a Fort Lewis player there. Jordan fighting for the ball. Jordan Alexander. Oh, he eventually gets the ball. This could be on for Freeman, but he's a long way out. As bad luck there. 1-2, Lauren, but didn't come
I'm
off.
not sure Jordan Alexander was expecting the ball to come back that fast at him, and caught him maybe just a little off guard.
Here's a brilliant goal. It's almost a beautiful trap by Corey Dean in the middle of the field. A ball that was high, and he had to reach for it with his foot, but it went out of bounds.
So I just got an update. Mines did beat Minnesota in Denver, and so it looks like the Fort Lewis College women will be traveling to Denver next weekend.
Okay, thank you, Lawrence. Mine defeating Minnesota State Mankato up in Denver.
And I got that text via England from Darren Morgan. Thank you, Darren.
The magic of the internet. Okay, here's Fort Lewis coming forward again, but nobody forward there for Fort Lewis as the Incarnate Word defenders are on the ball. They're a good team. Incarnate, don't make any mistake about that, as here they come forward again. The number is running for the ball. Can't see that number, but he tries to cross, but nobody there for Incarnate Word, and safely picked up by the Fort Lewis keeper, and he throws it out. What a brilliant pass by Worth out to Madigan, and Madigan's going to take off down that left channel. Too many players though, they're quick. Incarnate Word, and they stop Madigan, but Fort Lewis has the ball in the middle of the field, passing it wide out here to Piper Clough. Piper Clough, the freshman, is going to look for a pass, and he goes to Madigan as, let's see, he's got a little push in the back there, but referee said that's nothing, as Piper Clough now has the ball. Piper Clough now driving towards the penalty spot. Oh, he just touches it forward for Alexander, but hit it way too hard, and it runs to the keeper.
Yeah, our forwards got their hands full against this Incarnate center back here, Estrada. He's a senior center back there, Edward Estrada, out of Houston, Texas. He's a good player.
And Incarnate Word go into the forward line again, but that ball's going to reach the
17. That's John Stephenson. He's also an Englishman. 6'4".
Ryan Worth kicks the dirt as he tries to take that goal kick, and that causes the ball to go out to the eastern side of the field here, but luckily touched by Incarnate Word before it goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw into Fort Lewis. An attempted head-on. Alexander has it, the forward for Fort Lewis. He lets the ball roll out of bounds, and yes, it is a Fort Lewis throw-in about 40 yards out from that corner flag. Let's see if Fort Lewis can make something of this as they try to go forward here. It goes to Claw and then back to Piper Clough. He already had the pass on to Capo. He knew where it was going. Piper Clough all the way across the middle of the field to Blackwell, and Blackwell to Madigan. Madigan was going to put a left footer into the box there and change his mind, and now he does, but he slips over as he kicks. And so that ball travels along the ground, cleared out by Incarnate. Corey Dean challenged by 2 Incarnate players here, but he works away from them, and good play to Jonesy, and now back to Blackwell playing as a forward for this at this moment. And now Madigan, he shakes off 1 or 2 players. He's going to throw a right foot shot, dumping it into the box, and Freeman, he wasn't moving towards that ball. He went after that ball.
He was thinking he was going to be offside.
Yeah, that could have been it too.
Because Incarnate is playing a high line, and they're stepping up very well.
The ball in the middle of the field, challenged by Alexander. Down goes that Incarnate player. The ball is free. It's on the ground, and yes, the referee has done this a couple of times today, which is good refereeing. He's allowed the advantage to develop. When it didn't, he went back and gave the free kick as Alexander pushed over that Incarnate player as the player was taking the kick. It's a free kick for Incarnate Word. Just 2 minutes to go. Will the scoreline hold at 0-0 through the first half? we'll have to see. It's been a fantastic game so far. It's been end-to-end. Incarnate Word have the ball as it's dumped up towards the penalty box, headed away by Jonesy, and now to Blackwell, and now to Kling. And here's a shot coming in from Incarnate Word, misses the left-hand post.
Oh boy, that was Davis College. It went wide right.
I think he's got 6 or so goals this year too. He's a goal scorer. So Brown Latham, and yes, he'd like to have that one back. The ball in the middle of the field, Incarnate Word. Here they come again. As I think Fort Lewis would like to go into this half 0-0. Good dribbling by them, but luckily Corey Dean comes back to help out and flicks it to Capo. As that pass went astray. Here comes Incarnate Word again. Down goes the Fort Lewis player. No foul as Claw comes away with the ball. The freshman as he's going to go to Freeman, slow to react there as Incarnate Word come away with the ball. Kling's going to have to go and get this, and there he goes. Brilliant play by Kling to go down. He shielded that ball, and the player tried to trip him, but they both went down. No call, kicked out of bounds. Time is running out as there'll be a throw in for Fort Lewis here. Wow, as Popikoff takes the throw a little quicker than he might have, but it's kicked forward by Corey Dean, and that's good play because time will run out here. Wow, that seemed like a very quick first half. It's 0-0, Fort Lewis and Incarnate Word. Wow, what a fast half, Lawrence.
Yeah, that half just absolutely flew by. Very, very good open soccer. Both teams really taking it to each other, and really, I'd have to say the better quality scoring opportunities have been by Incarnate Word, and the best scoring opportunity was just a couple of minutes ago with Latham there at the top of the 18-yard box, missing wide right of Ryan Worth.
Yeah, Fort Lewis desperately trying to get rid of the ball. It was in the air, and they were heading from one to the other.